Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we are proud citizens of our India because of various freedom fighters, our brave heroes who fight for freedom of their country and sacrifice their everything for us. But they are now rarely remembered. So today, I am going to tell you a struggle story of India for freedom. Presenting a small tribute to all our brave heroes who sacrificed their everything for our mother India. India's freedom struggle is a journey of golden bird of annual to our freedom by breaking the cage of British. Now let's see how British rule began in India. The British East India Company came to India as a trader in spices, a very important commodity in Europe. Back then it is what used to preserve milk. Apart from that, they primarily traded in silk, cotton, indigo dye, tea and opium. They landed in Indian subcontinent on August 24, 1608 AD at the port of Surat. Britishers had more economic power, better weapons, and a certain European confidence, which allowed them to slowly permeate into the Indian subcontinent till it was ruling the huge nation. India's first war of independence, the Revolt of 1857. The Indian Rebellion of 1857 was a major uprising in India against the rule of British East India Company, which functioned as a sovereign power on behalf of the British Crown. The revolt began on 10 May 1857 at Meerut. The revolt spread over the entire area of neighborhood of Patna to the border of Rajasthan. The main center of revolt in this region, namely Kanpur, Bareilly, Jhansi, Gwalior, Lucknow, and Ara of Bihar. The revolt of 1857 lasted for more than a year. It was suppressed by the middle of 1858. On 8 July 1858, 14 months after the outbreak of Meerut, peace was finally proclaimed by Lord Canning. The main leader of revolt was Bahadur Shah Jaffar, Rani Lakshmi Bai, Nana Sahib, Tatia Tope, Begum Hasrat Mahal, and Mangal Pandey. The origin of the Indian National Congress. From its foundation on 28 December 1885 until the time of independence of India on 15 August 1947, the Indian National Congress was the largest and the most prominent Indian public organization and central and defining influence of the Indian independence movement. The appearance of Gandhiji. It was the time when Gandhi appeared on screen. His main contribution was his non-violent revolution and satyagrah. He believed in truth, non-violence, and love for fellow human beings. Gandhiji launched the Salt Satyagrah, starting his march from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi. Gandhi's tactics. Gandhi employed non-cooperation, non-violence, and peaceful resistance as his weapon in the struggle against British. In Punjab, the Jallianwala Bagh massacre of civilians by British troops, also known as the Amrit Massacre, caused deep trauma to the nation, leading to increased public anger and acts of violence. Gandhi criticized both the action of the British Raj and the retaliatory violence of Indians. When he was arrested, he continued his non-violent protest through hunger strike. The Jallianwala Bagh Massacre 1919. On 10th April 1919, two nationalist leaders, Dr. Saifuddin Khilji and Dr. Satyapal, were arrested in Punjab under the infamous Rowlatt Act. On 13th April 1919, people gathered in a small park in Amritsar, which was called the Jallianwala Bagh, to protest against these arrests. The peaceful gathering was attended by men, women, and children. General Officer Dyer, a British military officer stationed a regiment of soldiers at the only entrance bar, declared the meeting illegal, and without warning, he ordered his soldiers to fire. The firing lasted for 10 minutes. Till all ammunition was exhausted, more than 1,000 people were killed, over the twice that number wounded. The massacre was worth calling genocide, and it stunned the entire country. The role of women in Indian freedom struggle. Rani Lakshmi Bai. Lakshmi Bai, the Rani of Jhansi, was the queen of princely state of Jhansi. She fought with the British troops when the Sir Hugh Ross besieged Jhansi on 23 March 1858. Lakshmi Sehgal was a revolutionary of the Indian independence movement, an officer of the Indian National Army, and the Minister of Women's Affairs in Azad Hind government. Sarojini Naidu. In 1905, she started her political career and became the part of the Indian national movement. In 1917, she established the Women's Indian Association. Naidu also became the first woman to be the president of the Indian National Congress and participated in Salt Satyagraha in 1930. Madam Bikaiji Kama. Madam Bikaiji Kama became the first person to hoist Indian flag on foreign soil in Germany, appealing for human rights, equality, and the autonomy of Great Britain. She described the devastation effects of famine that has struck in the Indian subcontinent. Begum Hasrat Mahal, the wife of Wajid Ali Shah and the Queen of Awadh, thought charming and affable in nature, was a strong leader and an adroit strategist. She bravely led her army in one of the central places of the revolt, Lucknow. Even after being a gallant woman, she is lost in the page of history. Quit India Movement. Quit India Movement or Bharat Chodo Andolan was a movement started by Mahatma Gandhi on 8 August 1942 during the World War II, asking for an end to British rule in India. The movement was started in Bombay, Mumbai, where Mahatma Gandhi asked Indians to do or die. However, the British imprisoned most of the Congress leadership within the day of the speech in effort to suppress the movement. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's see the footage of the movement.
Thomas, those banned external. They can crack your skull. 150 were killed before this day was over.
So, ladies and gentlemen, finally, after a long journey of struggle, our Mother India get free on 15 August 1947 to commemorate the end of British rule in India and the birth of a sovereign nation on that day.
Which comes but rarely in history, when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends, and when the soul of a nation, long suppressed, finds utterance. It is fitting that at this solemn moment we take the pledge of dedication to the service of India and her people and to the still larger cause of humanity.
Some brave heroes from Odisha who sacrificed everything for our Mother India. On 23 January 1808, a great freedom fighter from Odisha, Veer Surendra Sai, was born in Khinda, Sambalpur district in Odisha. His revolution against British commenced from 1827 when he was only 18 years and continued till 1862. He suffered imprisonment in Hazaribagh jail for 17 years in course of his revolutionary career, and after his final arrest for another term of 20 years, including his detention of 19 years in the remote of Asirgarh Hills from till he breathed his last there. Sarla Devi Chaudhrani was a founder of the first women's organization in India, the Bharat Stree Mahamandal. She was a promoter of female education and worked hard to bring recognition to importance of female education in country. Sarla Devi was a niece of Rabindranath Tagore. While Tagore created the tune for the 2 lines of Bande Mataram, it was Sarla Devi who put the rest of the words to music, which later became the anthem of the national movement. Another brave child of Mother India, Subhash Chandra Bose, was born in Cuttack of Odisha on 23 January 1897. He raised his first Indian National Army (INA) Azad Hind Fauj in 1943 and started an army coup and inspired thousands of Indian youth to join the struggle for independence from the British colonial rule. His famous slogans are "Give me blood, I will give you freedom," Jai Hind, and Delhi Chalo. Captain Lakshmi Indra Panda was an Indian revolutionary and one of the youngest members of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Indian National Army. Panda was the only woman who served in INA. She fought the British of sovereignty of India. Her parents were killed in a British air raid in 1943 and she and her younger brother were orphaned. She was determined to take revenge the death of her parents and join the INA. So, ladies and gentlemen, we salute to all freedom fighters who have sacrificed their life for our mother India, and even to the soldiers who are still protecting us on borders while leaving their family and friends. They are the real heroes because of whom we are free from slavery of British rule like a free bird. My salute to all the brave heroes and our mother India. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.